Hi everybody, it's Brandon.
And Josh.
And before we start today's episode, we just want to give a little plug. Give us a like.
Or subscribe to this channel.
And follow us on Instagram for all of your daily drama and art needs.
Woohoo, check back every week for more content from yours truly.
And hope you enjoy the episode.
Ciao.
Until we get another theme song, this'll have to do. These are your rules reviews.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Hey everybody, it's your boys Brandon
And Josh.
and we are back for another episode of
Clackety clack clack.
Yes.
Bitch giving me some Master Umbreon today. This is the Dominatrix.
It is my signature look, I would say. It's been photographed by countless photographers. Magnus Hastings for his box series, which some of the queens have been in. I've been lucky to be a part of that as Master Umbreon.
Oh my god, you should have seen my face the first time I woke up with this shit on top of me in the middle of the night. I thought I was getting robbed, and then I thought I was getting...
Oh, I was a backdoor bandit.
Woo!
But we are here for episode 12.
Yay! 5 bitches remain.
Yes. Did you think we'd make it this far? Did you think we'd actually finish this season when we started?
Honestly, no, but not on account of you. I figured I would be like out of it a long time ago.
Oh, I'm gonna turn my drink on. Yes.
Oh,
we picked this up while we were in Japan last summer.
That's right. Robot Bar, Tokyo. Anybody been there?
Hey, this is a gift for you.
That was the weirdest shit you ever seen in your life, wasn't it?
Oh my god, it was like a Power Rangers LSD trip brought to life. I lived.
We didn't have enough drugs for that evening.
You didn't. But anyway, we are here in this episode. So I want to give a full disclosure to our audience. So we should let them know that RuPaul's Drag Race finale is filmed about 2 weeks before it actually airs, and we were lucky enough to be present for the finale.
VIP bitches. You'll see us in the second row.
All
When
over.
that comes. I gave a tribute to my purple pants that I wore, so that's a
That's a tie into your
a
look
little
from the
nod
night.
to the yes, exactly.
Yeah, so that made this episode kind of interesting to go through because we knew who the top 4 were going to be before watching this episode, and in the season we went to the season 9 finale where the iconic Sasha Velour did her roses.
Yes.
And while we were there, they played the episode that we would be missing, so we had a sense of what was coming and what happened, what storylines. This time
They didn't play the episode this time.
Michelle just came out and said, "Here's what happened."
Here's the spoiler. keep it under your hat. And we did, but I'm sure a bunch of other homosexuals did not.
The real Giselle.
The real Giselle couldn't even get her ass out. No, Giselle something couldn't even get her ass out of the theater.
Oh, they made sure Giselle's ass got out of the theater. They yanked her. They said, "Giselle, we see you posting on Reddit. We see the angles these photos are being taken at. So either you step out or we gonna snatch your ass out."
Right.
And they sure did.
They should have had every person that came in had to give their phone to get a ticket. And if they tried to pull some shit like, "I don't got a phone," bitch, it's 2019, then you ain't coming to this show. Then you better find a phone to turn in. And
Catch 22. Gotta have a phone to get in.
that's what they should have did.
But that's neither here nor there. We'll talk about that when we get to that actual episode and give you some behind the scenes tea, whatever we can give you on the finale. But let's talk about this episode.
This episode, so we have lost our lovely Nina West.
Nina West has gone home. That was heartbreaking for me.
That was heartbreaking for everybody, for all the fans, for all the girls. Even the girls came back and were like,
I hate that Nina's gone. She's always been there for me. It just sucks seeing her go.
I love each of you so much. Be kind, go with. Love, Nina.
That was a hard one.
Yeah, it gut punched me, honestly.
And she's so loved by everybody. Go West.
we are distraught about Nina because she was always a big support system to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the kind of person she is.
You know, Drag Race has this thing about pulling this, sending home a strong competitor and fan favorite right at that mark, and they usually go on to win Miss Congeniality.
Yeah.
Monet Exchange, Benda La Creme got sent home at that spot.
That number 6 spot is famous.
Yeah.
And you know, it was nice. I got to see Nina again at the finale, and I haven't seen this bitch in over 10 years, 12 years, and still as gracious and sweet as ever. And so we didn't miss a beat and jumped right back into our OHIO
I have
time.
a surprise for you. He doesn't know this, Ms. Nina West has dropped 2 albums. One comedy, John Goodman, and one for children. A drag album for children called Drag is Magic.
She does a lot of philanthropy and work with children. She goes to the libraries and reads children's books. It's really quite incredible.
I have the albums. We're going to have a little listening party after this episode.
Yeah.
We'll have to come back and let you know. We'll do a little review on Nina's albums later. But let's go on. The show must go on. The girls in the pre-show, they talk about Nina. They say how they felt, but they asked Silky, how does it feel? Silky was finally in the bottom 2. She talked about how she could lip sync. She wanted to lip sync. She wanted to do all of this. And Ru said, meh.
Meh.
And,
she sure did say meh.
And so Silky was kind of bothered. She was like, oh my gosh, I started out strong. I felt really confident. And as this competition has gone on, I feel like I've lost my steam. I don't feel like I've improved as I should have.
Yeah. And then we get to the moment where everybody wants to say, oh, thank you for loving me. Thank you for accepting me. That was in the workroom too.
That was later. We'll get that was I mean, the Brooklyn calls it the last day of school, and this episode really always feels like that they're just trying to have a feel-good moment. There's usually no drama. Everyone's peaceful because it is the last day in the workroom.
Here's a little tea that maybe people don't know. This season 11 was actually filmed before All Stars, which came out first.
All Stars 4.
Which means All Stars 4. And it sort of means that this has been filmed a year and a half ago.
Yes.
So when the queens come back for the finale, Sugar Cane is looking way different. Silky's lost some weight.
Sugar and Silky had lost weight. They were snatched.
Yeah, so a lot of time passes, and so it's kind of interesting to keep this under their hat for so long.
Yeah, and to look back on, I bet in that year, Silky and Evie, for example, had beef on the show. They had major fights in it. But, in this moment, Silky says to Evie,
I think for me, I am truly blessed to be here. I was reminded with the Lord up above that the greatest gift of God is forgiveness. And I realized that I never forgave Evie. And like you said something to me. And I know I'm a hard bitch and sometimes I get really, really stubborn. And that's something I have to work on myself. And I would like to get to know Evie after this competition, but after this competition, I love you.
And I'm sure in this year and a half, press tours, all the stuff they've been through together, I'm sure that they're perfectly good friends now.
Yeah. So let's move into our mini challenge here.
Because there was no mini challenge. Instead, usually we say Ru comes in the workroom, but today Michelle
comes in.
And let's do it. What do you think about Michelle's look?
Michelle, I don't remember, to be quite honest with you. What did you think of Michelle's look? That's what I thought about it.
Michelle, I don't know what she's doing. Since she hit the big 5-0, she's the queen of black. She wears all black. She wore all black in the finale. This look was all black. It was like, okay, Elvira's retired. I guess I need to step up.
There you go. She was inspired when Elvira came on, I guess.
Yeah, so...
And let's give a moment for Michelle Visage and her itty bitty titty committee, since she's had her breast implants taken out.
Not here yet, but she has, as we've mentioned before, she has, and she's very vocal about it. She said they were giving her illnesses and predisposed to cancer, so she wanted to raise awareness for women all around, take them out, and stay tuned.
You'll see more in here.
They'll get their own conclusion.
They'll get there. They'll get into the finale.
A eulogy, basically. Michelle comes in and she says, it's time to see who's gonna get to the finale. So you'll be recording a hit verse to RuPaul's song, Queens Everywhere. And then you'll be doing choreography with the legendary Todrick Hall. And it'll all be done in one take. So good luck, ladies, and don't fuck it up.
That's pretty much what she said. Good job.
Thank you. I'm a method actress. I've been studying Michelle Visage.
Reenactment by at Dark Victory BC.
Wow. We see this challenge every season. I wish they would change it up, but I get it. There's some staples. Snatch Game is a staple. A design challenge somewhere is going to be a staple. The ball.
The musical.
And then
there's some kind of
the musical.
Yeah.
And now the recording with Ru. Yeah.
And it's nice. I wondered where Todrick was all season. Maybe he was busy earlier because usually he comes in sooner than the last episode. But they make believe that they only have one chance to record it, which may or may not be true. I'm doubting it. But if it is a competition, so fair is fair. If they have to give one queen a second chance, then I guess they have to give all of them a second chance.
Yeah, well, it's no secret. The girls have gone out and said, no, we do 2 Like Farrah Bone. When Farrah Bone fell in All Stars 4, she said that wasn't. She did the routine. And when she did a take where she didn't fall, but she knew the second she did fall,
They're gonna put that.
They were
shit
gonna
on
use
there.
that
Oh
one,
yeah.
and that was gonna be part of the judging. It's like, well, I did a flawless take. Why am I in the bottom? So maybe that's why.
Because it's not for good TV. People want to see. People go to the opera to hear the tenor crack. People go to
That's
the,
mean.
you know, why do you think we get traffic jams on the interstate? Because as soon as there's an accident, every damn person turns into a rubberneck. What is it? What is it? I want to see it.
Yeah.
Why is that? I don't know.
I don't know. We do love a good car wreck, and there was one. There was one in this episode, I'd say. So the girls are in the workroom. They're going over their verses. They're writing. Brooklyn is feeling her fantasy.
Mine's kind of like a tribute to Canada. Talking about Queen of the North, because it's queens everywhere, so I just want to kind of represent my country.
Are you gonna sing "Oh Canada"?
No.
Brooklyn seems legitimately excited for whatever rap she's writing. So either she's got like a really strong game face or she's delusional.
All right. Queen of the North got one thing to say. I never liked double dutch. I didn't come to play. Queens everywhere jump to it pronto. House of Heights, that's how you do it in Toronto. Okay, drops the mic. Bitch, I am getting into this. I don't care if I've never rapped a day in my life. I got my 2 fingers up. I don't know what it means, but I'm letting you know I'm the Queen of the North, House of Heights, motherfuckers, Main Canada, bitches. So I've decided my rapper name is gonna be Feminem. Like Eminem, but female. Feminem. All right, Brooklyn.
She's like, oh, you know, I'm a white girl. I'm in ballet, very structured, but this is fun to be a little hood and put a little verse.
Vanjie didn't have to stretch very far because she was already a little hood and a little worse.
Yeah, Vanjie says I rap every day, and so she's feeling very confident. Silky's feeling confident. Akira is worried about the dancing. She says she's not the best coordinated dancer, and Evie's down for whatever.
Yeah, Evie's
it don't matter to Evie.
So who did well?
Well, so we get in the recording, and this is where I have. Again, the show can't just let you feel what you want to feel.
Yeah.
The show has to tell you how you feel.
Right.
So we get in these recording sessions, and Brooklyn, I felt like Brooklyn, you know, she's a white girl from Canada that was a ballet dancer. I'm not expecting her to be Eminem.
Right.
But I felt like Brooklyn served what a Brooklyn Heights rap would serve, and it sounded very good. But they kept giving her like some shady music, like it was bad.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
But that's part of the formula. They have to have something that looks bad. By this point, all 5 queens were really good at this. We're pretty darn good at it.
Yeah, no one's
pretty
scored.
darn good. Yes, they were. And they're all good dancers. They all pick up choreo, and so for the next part of it, it's like, and they all have great personalities and are very personable. So they have the whole podcast interview with Rue and Michelle.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you wash it out when everybody looks so good in all 3 of those?
Yeah, oh yeah, the podcast, so this is odd, because usually the podcast is like the top 4, or the finale, the final 4, yeah, whatever. But this time we're doing the podcast with the 5, and I noticed in this podcast that I actually start to like Michelle a lot more.
Yeah.
Because Michelle is acting like she actually cares about these girls. Like, she wants to know their story, she wants to know a little bit more.
She's facilitating the questions, and she's showing some charisma and
uniqueness, nerve, and talent.
I didn't say all that, I just said charisma.
If that's not it. But Rue is if that's the case, what is Rue showing? She is her wax figurine from Madame Tussauds showed up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Rue wasn't even in there. They just wheeled the wax in there. Even in those selfies they took, because like Creed has the same.
Yeah. It's not Frozen, folks. He did move. Yeah, so these stories are whatever. I mean, the girls themselves have great, heartwarming stories. They make you fall in love, and that's what they're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is shining in this moment. So while we were doing the podcast, we also cut to the recording, and Akira is being told she needs to bump it up.
Why don't we put the music on and you show me a little bit of what you got? Body of a goddess, face of a deity. She's a new bitch, Miss Ass Almighty. Davenport diamond just can't be stopped. She's worked her way straight to the top. Okay. You're like writing all these bad bitch ass lyrics, but you're reading them like you're delivering an Easter speech at church, okay? As opposed to being like, yo bitch, I'm Akira. I am here to win this shit. So let's try that again. Okay.
That was the one thing I agreed with.
No,
I
that
was
was
like,
true.
damn, she is falling flat. It sounded like me trying to record a hip hop album.
Yeah, she seemed over it.
Yeah.
She seemed over it, like, the whole experience.
She seemed over it for a couple weeks.
Yeah. Silky is doing her thing. She's mumbling, fumbling, but she's funny. Todrick gets on her for her diction, and I'm pretty sure you, as an opera coach, appreciated the diction.
I'm always thinking about Todrick's diction.
So into his choreography. And Brooklyn obviously can nail the choreography, but he says that she's a little white girlish, but sell it, use it and sell it. Vanjie can pick it up. Silky, despite being a big girl, that girl will move and toss and flip and turn and do it all.
Throw herself on the ground.
Twirl, whip, drop it like it's hot. I'm a big queen that's doing the do. Remember this track was made for you.
Hard. That must be a lot of weight coming down because she was like throwing herself all around.
It looks so painful. It looks like she gonna hurt
She
something.
doesn't flinch. She just bounced right back up, and all of them could dance. Like all of them could pick up choreo.
Except for Kyria.
No, Kyria did fine. I mean, in comparison, when they're all really, really fantastic,
Okay.
you know. But I guess she was the weakest link. But it's like when you have 5 stars and you're the one that hangs a little bit lower.
That's true.
But you're still a star bitch. So
Because there's not much to this episode, so let's just move it right along. Rue comes out for the runway, and what did you think about Rue in her
cotton candy fantasy.
Glinda, the Good Witch,
Yeah.
as Todrick? Because Todrick's so into this Oz, Wizard of Oz thing, he wants to reference everything back to Oz.
There you go.
And-
He has a musical theater queen, and so
No, that was one of his albums.
I know.
Oh yeah, and then Rue was in there, and Rue I think played Glinda. I don't know. They're just doing too much. They're just
Right.
doing too fucking
He
much.
wants to see her float away on a bubble. It was sort of a la Glinda, but it was, I don't know, it was, Glinda's very sleek, and it had this big, like, extra ruffle stuff happening that made me feel like spun cotton candy. Like when it comes off and it's like flying away in the air, whatever.
Croc. Get this the hell off my screen. I did not like the hair was horrible. I guess you pissed Delta off. Delta found out she wasn't coming to drag UK.
Raven's mad, Delta's mad.
Yeah, it looked like Rue pissed both them off, and she don't know who she got now. But thankfully, the girls themselves did better than Mama Rue. So no guest judges tonight. It's just family. Carson's back mysteriously, and he didn't really say where he was.
No, he was on Tinder.
Tinder, Grinder, Hornet, Jack, Tammy, all them. He's on there. Todrick's there, Carson's there, Ross is there, blah, 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 Michelle, whatever. Just family. So, category for the runway is Best Drag. And that's why we're here.
That's why we're here. This is my best drag.
This is your signature look. A blazer and a bow tie.
That's it.
I don't know. The Bandito mustache.
The Bandito mustache is just a tip of the hat to our next episode that you'll catch. El Gato Montes, the Wildcat, a review of LA Opera. We also review live theater, opera, musical theater, touring companies, and Broadway, so check it out.
Yep. And of course, I already talked about my look. Why not? It's my most famous look. So
It sure is.
Let's do it. First on the runway, in alphabetical order, was Kyria C.
Darling.
And was she giving applause? She owned every stone on that runway.
Dripping. Those stones are huge. When you get up close to them, they're like these big stones. But when you look at it back on the runway, it's just shimmering and glimmering. That was an observation you made also when you saw them.
Yeah, when we saw some of the gowns in person at the finale, I was like, wow, those are huge ass stones. And some of the things that I tried to stone, knowing how expensive those stones are, how long it takes to put them on there. But remember that funny part? We both, like, you didn't catch it, but we went back. Kyria says that she and her lover worked on this dress. And it's like, your lover, girl.
Or maybe she says brother or mother, and her diction was bad too.
No, because we went back and I saw it a second time. It was lover.
I will take a lover.
I was like, what sort of madrigal singer bullshit is this? But
I know, I don't do much with my lover these days.
Didn't we just talk about this being...
Girl, I said my lover. Get it right.
Oh. What'd you think about the look? Heel, wedge, or
heel, baby, heel, love it.
Heel. Full heel.
Next down the runway was Miss Nina West. Shit. Too soon.
I know, we wish it was Nina West to see what her best drag looked like, but it was really Miss Brooke Lynn Heights. And she
that was too soon. That actually hurt my soul a little bit, sorry.
And she was giving the White Swan. She was giving us full-on Swan Lake. She was on pointe. She was showing her ballet.
Yeah,
and
she
this
did a
is
lot
her.
of classic ballet moves as she fluttered down the runway like a butterfly.
Yes.
And it's. I feel like this would have been impressive had she not done the whole thing on point in episode 2 or 3.
The Mummy.
The Mummy.
Yeah.
That didn't really tie into it. although it was really cool, and it was like, it's like pulling out a gimmick or a trick early, and then when you pull it out again, when it relates to the ballerina thing, it's like, it doesn't pack a punch.
Okay, now you know let it go. Okay, plastique.
Right.
Pull it out.
Don't keep pulling out the same trick. But although that's only the second time, I think, so it was passable.
Yeah.
And she looked magnificent.
Flawless.
Her makeup is always like, she looks so awkward as a boy when she's doing those testimonials, and then her makeup is like so stunning as just a very tall, put together ballet dancer.
Do you know what? So usually in past seasons when we're not reviewing them or anything like that, like I don't mind seeing the rumor mill or the tea. I don't look too deep, but I don't mind seeing it. For this season, way back before we even started, the tea was that there was going to be a moment where Michelle Visage told Brooklyn Heights that she needed to soften her mayonnaise features, and that Brooklyn claps back and says, "Well, why don't you soften yours?"
Oh!
And
how come that didn't get aired?
And now I see why it didn't get aired. Brooklyn is. No, they're not gonna actually put that up. First of all, Michelle is very protective of her image.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I never knew Brooklyn said that. I like that bitch a whole lot more right now.
I wish they would have left it in, because they don't leave any clapbacks to the judges in. So I just thought that was a little piece of trivia. That's the only sort of rumor mill that I took in, but I was waiting, was this the moment that we were going to see it? And it never happened.
Well, there's the rumor mill that Brooke and Vanjie didn't last much longer after that, but they still be posting all kinds of pictures together on Instagram to this day as they're building up to the finale.
Yeah. So
I'm like, bitch, please. I finally commented one day. I was like, how long have y'all been apart now? A year?
So you're saying this wasn't a romance, this was a showman.
This is a showmance, for sure.
Hey, it got Brooklyn to the top.
Next down the runway was your girl.
Okay. Ganache!
Move them titties, let them waves rumble, baby.
And she was snatched for Jesus. She's a big girl.
Yeah, she was cinched to hell. I've never seen that waist, so.
And them titties were up in her eyelids.
That's right. Yeah, so she was looking pretty fierce today.
She was. I will give it to her, but I've already seen the memes. She had on Akira's wig.
Ooh,
that big blonde Dolly Parton. Akira's worn it. Honey's worn it.
It probably came from Ariel herself.
Right. That's the.
That might be one of them that was snatched, left behind.
Hold on. Let me put it up. All them hoes got that wig.
Oh yeah.
So
it's like the sisterhood of the traveling wig.
It worked. I'm not gonna take it away. It worked. She had like a nude illusion gown with pink and magenta stones. Girl looked good.
I give her a heel.
Heel. Oh yeah, Brooklyn, you got a heel too. I don't know if we said it, but you got a heel.
Next down the runway,
Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. Miss Vanjie. And she was giving an emerald green. She called it Latina Vivian Lee and Gone with the Wind.
Oh yes. One short day in the South Carolina city. Oh. Wait, Gone with the Wind was in Georgia.
Georgia.
My bad.
It's alright. It's only a 4-hour movie that I used to watch every Sunday. I know my movie.
Brandon does love Gone with the Wind.
Oh, the old South and gentility. You know, it's very odd that I would like that movie. It wasn't a happy time for my people.
No, you just like it because you love a good Southern gentleman. That's why you've been shacked up with me for all these years.
Southern gentleman. So, what did we think about Vanjie's look?
Vanjie looked good, and I was sort of surprised that, you know, obviously we knew Vanjie was going home from the reveal at the finale taping. We had to sit on that secret for 3 days.
Yes.
And then as I was watching the episode, I'm going, man, Vanjie's turning it out. Vanjie was charismatic in the interview. Vanjie was really good on the microphone, and then Vanjie's lip sync with her own music was decent. I mean, I think she stopped lip syncing at one point.
Yeah.
So that might be why she ended up going home, but her look was great.
Yeah, so we didn't even really talk about the challenge, but the challenge is definitely what kept Vanjie from the top. She and Brooke, I felt like, just stopped lip syncing at some point and just started focusing on the dancing. Oddly enough, they didn't clock Brooke on that, but they did say that Brooklyn did everything perfectly nice. There was just no passion behind it, and that's a critique I give to people all the time. Yes, do your scales, your arpeggios, learn your words. That's all great, but once you get all that, you got to remember what this means and what it feels like and why you're doing it. Have the fire needs to show up on the stage.
There you go.
So for Vanjie's look, I like the look. I didn't know what was happening in the bust because it looked like the dress was too heavy and it was coming down and it was like revealing the top of her black bra.
Oh yeah, there was that little peekaboo kind of hanging out there.
Yeah, I didn't think that. I think that's a mistake. The black gloves were great. The sheer black gloves, got mine on. Love them.
Yeah.
But I think that on top of her performance is the thing that kept her out of the top. But for this look as a whole, still a heel.
Well, and also that Michelle hates her, so that kept her at the top too.
Yeah, we'll talk about that at the finale.
Last down the runway was my baby, Miss Evie Oddly.
Evie Oddly, living up to her name, but with a twist of glamour. She had 3 eyes.
3 eyes, 3 tits, and 3 fingers.
And 3 buttholes.
And 3 buttholes, yes.
Yeah.
I went for the top one because I thought it was...
Evie, highest heel. Highest heel for me. I thought this was so good. She wanted to show that odd, rough drag the whole season, but then she was like, now I'm going to give you red carpet, still odd stuff.
Yeah, it was glam, and it was her aesthetic, and that was really quite incredible. It's like, how do you plan this on advance? Did she have it planned, or is it something that...
Well, they know that...
They know the categories.
If you're going to get to... So everyone knows the last category is best drag, or, you're basically showing the world you should have on an outfit that is ready for a crown at that moment. Brooklyn had one on. But so when she's thinking about, okay, if this is a crowning type moment, what would I wear? And she planned that out.
Yeah.
And that was very brilliant. Brilliant. Highest heel.
Yeah, highest heel for me. That was a huge victory for Evie in this episode.
Yeah.
Which we don't get a winner, so I guess we're going to proclaim that Evie's the winner.
I would say that Evie was the winner because her in the challenge, she had a tight lip sync, she had an amazing verse, that was definitely her. In her choreography, she pulled out typical Evie.
I'm Evie oddly enough. My edges stay shredded, but these tits are tough. When other girls fake, I just call out their bluff. So glue on those shoes and tighten them tough. And I know I play rough, but that's how I tumble. And bend over backwards whenever I fumble. I'm giving my all to shine like RuPaul's. So pardon me, bitches, if I don't seem humble. Ah, bless.
And run backwards like a freaking one of those, like, insects on, like, a video game that you're getting.
I was getting liquor from Resident Evil teas, and I was, like, living.
And she came up above the stage with her weird, like, and starts singing and puts her leg way up. And
It was a little tribute to Sasha Velour, but...
I thought it was a tribute to a praying mantis, but it looked amazing.
It did. So we're going to say Evie won the episode. But because of the critiques about not having the passion and for Brooke and for Vanjie for missing some of the words and lacking energy in her dancing, they are the bottom 2. And we kind of knew this was going to happen.
But even before the finale taping, we knew that Vanjie was going home next. We knew that Brooklyn and Vanjie were going to have to lip sync for each other.
We had to.
Because that's the secret formula, and it's no surprise to anybody that follows it that that's happening.
Quite honestly, it should have just been, sorry, Vanjie, you're not moving. Or it should have been like they do in the past, have all 5 lip sync that means nothing, and then just send home who you want to
It's funny because I agree with the top 4 that we've had, except I don't agree with the order of eliminations. All season long, we've seen people turn it out, listen to the judges' critiques, and then come back and like Sugar Cane looked amazing and listen to all the judges, and then they send her home. And then there's times when Vanjie should have went home, but they're like, nah, we need to keep this little blossoming romance longer, and she ended up.
That romance saved her this season, and the fact that she was a viral sensation. She is charismatic.
Yeah.
I will watch her all damn day long.
She's funny, and
she
has
looked
that
great at the finale.
Oh yeah, she did. And she has that weird voice that I call the Jersey Plumber voice. It's Vanjie.
But does it mean that you were showing up in these challenges for what they asking for?
Yeah.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
So, poor Vanjie got sent home, but that's not the last we'll hear from her.
Not at all.
So, to tell you the truth, I'm kind of glad the season's almost over. We will have a couple more episodes. We'll let something out of the bag at the finale time, so you'll be hearing from our experience and us being there amidst the queens. And then we'll have another reunion episode for a recap where all the bitches, all the wigs are going to come off and the tea's going to come out. And
this reunion is going to be the untuckiest reunion. All the dicks will be out. No one will be tucked. And I can't wait.
So, until we meet again.
Until we meet again.
Cheers to beers and a couple of queers, and we'll see you later.
Bye.
All right, big girls, that do include you. Show us what you got, baby. You ain't tired yet. Now twirl, 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 twirl. Mama, you want me to twirl?